Hey everyone, Henry Steele here. In this video, I just wanted to really quickly show you how you can how you can use a moving average to help you, I should say, determine different lengths of cycles. Now, moving average basically smooths the price out. If you have, for instance, I have a 1-period moving average applied to the close of each candle, so it follows price pretty much exactly right there. But if we start to count cycles in any particular market, this is the Great British Pound US dollar, and it's a 4-hour chart, just as an example, we can start to eliminate those cycles that we are counting from the data simply by changing the moving average. And then that will enable us to help to start focusing on longer cycles more easily. So for instance, if we look right here at this bottom to this bottom, we see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4 candles between these 2 points right here. So if I change the moving average, let's see, from a 1-period moving average to a 4-period moving average, it's going to smooth that right out of the moving average. You see how that just disappeared, those 2 points down there? So now we know, we can keep track of the fact that there's a 4-period cycle in there apparently. And now we can look at other cycle periods more easily with the moving average. If we look at this low to this low, for instance, there's a low and there's a low, we see that we have a 9 or 10 period cycle there. So we can go for, I guess, 9, change it from 4-period to 9-period. And once we add that, we can see right there that it gets smoothed out right there. So now we can focus on the longer cycles. And let's say we take this one, this low to this low right here, we see that we have a 24-period or 24 candle cycle there, and change that to 24, and that gets smoothed out so we can once again look at the longer stuff. And you can do that over and over again. You can also, let me go ahead and change the moving average back to 4, way back here. And we see, we measured low to low right here. And that gave us 9 to 10 candles. But if we measure from this high to this high right here, that gives us 11 candles. And if we measure like back here, it's 12 candles. Which one exactly could be this one? But change this from 4 to 12, and we get that smoothed out. You see that there's could very well be a 9 or 10 period cycle in there, and also a 12 period cycle in there. Likewise, we measured these before at the bottom. We had a 25 period from bottom to bottom. If we measure from this top to this top, you see that we have an 18 period in there also apparently. Change 12 to 18, that gets smoothed out. But we also see there's a 24 to 25 cycle that we saw previously. It shows up right here, right there. From top here to top here, it shows 24. From bottom there to bottom there, it shows 25. So somewhere in around there, that cycle is 24 or 25. Then you get other bumps coming out here. Here's one at 18, 19, showing up again simply because we have the moving average set at a different number. And of course, we can zoom out significantly and look at long-term cycles, or longer term for the time frame anyway. We look here at this high to this high, we see we have like a 28 period, 27, 28 period cycle. Of course, if we change the moving average to 28, that will smooth out, and we see something else. We get a top here, and again we've got our 24, 25 period cycle showing up. So that seems to be a very significant cycle showing up here. 24 to 25 periods on the 4-hour chart here. You can also go from this big top right here to another big top over here, or this big bottom here to this bottom here. And of course, if we go from there to here, we get 188 periods. We change our moving average to 188, and of course that will be smoothed out, and we can get bigger and bigger in the cycles that we're looking at. But anyway, I just wanted to show that to you because it's kind of a poor man's approach, so to speak. If you don't have fancy software that does all this stuff for you, you can use a simple moving average to help you determine what lengths of cycles. Like, we determined that we definitely do have a 24-25 period cycle dominant in the 4-hour chart of the Great British Pound US dollar UK. So I hope that information gives you something to play around with. Like I said, it's the poor man's approach to finding cycles. If you don't have the fancy software to do it for you, you can spend a little time doing it yourself and come up with some usable information, just like we did in the video where we found that there's a 24-25 period cycle in that 4-hour chart of the Great British Pound and US dollar. Once you've determined a cycle length, then you can set the moving average to that length to smooth it out and use the moving average to concentrate on other cycle lengths.